Yo, what's happening, my people? So it's your boy Chance Jollivet, aka Smooth, back with another video. So today we'll be talking about The Walking Dead, The Ones Who Live, Episode 5, Become. So man, we're getting close to the end of the season. A lot of things have been happening, man. Michonne and Rick, they finally gelling together and stuff, man. Let's get to the newest episode. Man, it starts off with a Father Gabriel sighting. So it's like, so that's nice to see somebody from Alexandria, see somebody from the regular Walking Dead. So see if more people might branch off. They're gonna start merging back into the series, gonna become Walking Dead again. But we gonna see why they show Father Gabriel, why he's gonna be an important figure in this episode. So Rick and Michonne, they on they trip going back to Alexandria. And just the beginning of the episode, you see it's going too well. Like they finding food, just supplies. They got keys to the room and stuff. It's looking too good. So they go into the cabin. They find the keys to this cabin and stuff. They're like, well, we got some place to stay for the night. Why would these people like Michonne and Rick save them against these Cyclops type walkers or something? They covered in, I don't know what they covered in. They stone masons or something. They like the thing from Fantastic Four. And so Michonne and them saved them from them, give them food. Then they decide to betray Michonne and Rick. Okay, I don't think they were the most intimidating figures in the world because the walkers were overrunning them. I wouldn't even thought they had any bullets in the gun. Because I'm like, the walkers were about to kill y'all. If y'all had guns, why weren't y'all using them? But then you're going to turn those guns on Rick and Michonne. Man, Rick and Michonne dismantled this group quick, fast, and in a hurry. And I'm happy that Michonne was like, you don't deserve noodles. So she takes the noodles back that they gave them. And shouldn't have even gave them back the gun that they took. They took 2 guns, they gave them back 1. But they threw the bullets up and they had to go find the bullets or whatever. But yeah, that just didn't make any sense. Like this group saves you and then you're gonna try to. That was. So we get a flashback 3 years ago, and we see Jadis and Father Gabriel. So they have an annual meetup like every year. Like Jadis was coming back to this community. So Jadis, she is just her ability in Walking Dead. She's been an adapter. So she was an artist at first. Then she ended up leading this group, and they talked crazy and stuff. They was kind of got with Alexandria a little bit. Now she's with the CRM and stuff, and she gets in a group, and it's like whatever this group is, she merges with them, and she must have been fond of her time with Alexandria because she goes back annually. And like all this time, like everybody thinks Rick is dead and stuff. And Father Gabriel's talking to her and about Rick and he died and on the bridge and all this. And she's like, oh, you think he's dead? And like the whole time she knew that he was alive. Like that was fucked up on her part. But she had this tie to Alexandria. Like even though she was with CRM or something, annually she would go back to Alexandria to her old stomping grounds, and it was just a part of her that she couldn't let go. Jadis finds Rick and Michonne. There was a part whenever they got to the cabin, you seen like a figure. It was like Jeepers Creepers or something, and somebody was outside the cabin. But she gets in there, man, and while they're sleeping, and now she ties them up and stuff. She has guns drawn on them, so she ready to kill them to cover her tracks, cause she like knows what they're capable of and what they probably going to do, like to something that she loves. Like you find out a lot of stuff later on in the episode, but it's like if I don't stop y'all, I know y'all gonna end up trying to topple the CRM and do all this and that. So evidently she doesn't kill Rick and them. Like they get away and she is the one wounded. So then we flash back 2 years ago, in Father Gabriel, like he was begging for Jada's help, and she doesn't want to give him any kind of help or tell him anything about the group. And he's like, "We're starving. Can you help us? And we'll be indebted to your group, and I promise we'll repay and stuff." And she doesn't want to give him any kind of information and stuff like that. Then we get back to normal time, and they're having a high speed chase. Uh, she ends up getting away, and she goes to the first group that tried to double cross Rick and Michonne, and she sees them, and she's like, "Oh, I can use your help." And she's smiling at homegirl, and she's looking. She's like, "You're tall," so she gonna use her as a decoy. Well, the whole group as a decoy. They're gonna be part of her plot, her ploy to uh, topple or attack Rick and Michonne, and not gonna be the most successful in the world. Like, this group is a bunch of invalids and stuff. They aren't like damn worth of shit. So that's who you're gonna tie your fate to and stuff. Like, oh, okay. Then they have another flashback 1 year ago. So Gabriel and Jada's they was had a blossoming little romance coming on. Like, he was starting to like really feel it, and she was feeling him as well. But it was becoming too much for her, because he wants to know about this group, and he wants help and this and that, and uh all that. And she's like, it's too much for her and whatever. She was about to kill Father Gabriel. That was her plot at the time. She pushed him down, she points a gun to his head and stuff. And it's like, damn, did she kill Father Gabriel? So we find out later on in the episode. Then, so Rick and them, they toppled the little group that tried to maim them and tried to set them up and stuff. They find out it's not Jada's, it was them in the disguise or whatever. Jada's promised them this and that. They get killed, of course. So Rick and Michonne and Jada's, they're having a standoff. And it's like, you can't kill me because I left the information. If you kill me, then they're gonna kill Alexandria. Everybody's gonna be gone or whatever. So they promise to put the guns down and this and that. It ends up being a double cross, triple cross, quadruple cross and stuff. So they promise to leave, and Michonne leaves. Then Jadis is like, I'm gonna kill you. But Michonne never left. So Michonne is like, nah, you're not. You're gonna put your gun down. I'm gonna have to kill you instead. Jadis ends up getting bit and stuff like that. So she gets into her whole spiel. She gives her supervillain story and stuff. We find out that Father Gabriel, he did live. So she had spared him because it was like parts of her. She was like, I got the answer to who I was. Like, I'm not this bad person that I thought that I was and stuff, man, and this and that. And she's like, I really love the CRM and what we can stand for. Just promise me that you won't mess with the CRM, because this is so important to me. I want my community to live, and I stand by what the CRM stands for and stuff. I am part of them. And Michonne is like, nah, I'm not going to uphold your promise or whatever. The CRM isn't what you think it is. And they stole years from our lives. And they're going to do this to multiple people. And I'm not going to let this happen again. We're going to go and get the dossier. We're going to find out what they have planned. And we will topple the CRM. So maybe Rick and Michonne, the show, it got one more episode left. But it seemed like they're not going to be able to tie up everything in that last episode. It looks like it's going to become like maybe another series or something, maybe another season, and how they will try to be toppling the CRM or something. How it's going to be this war inside or whatever. But this isn't the end of the episode. Like, they still got little things. Jadis, she actually has a beautiful death. Like, it shows that she's like, I miss my first life. I wish I was the artist. And it was all about the art and stuff. And like, that's who she was. And then she ended up, it's like every life that she had, it died. Like, she was an artist. The world fell apart. That world was gone. She was with her group. All the group members and stuff died. She was with Alexandria and them. And then she had to go with the CRM. And now the CRM is looking like it's toppled and stuff. And it was a beautiful death. And then she had got bit. And so they killed her and stuff. Jadis had got a ring from Father Gabriel. And this was the ring that Rick was supposed to propose to Michonne with. And it's crazy how it had this big 360 and ended up coming back around. And he had gave her the ring, and it was hope and this and that. She gives Rick the ring. Rick, after they left the place and they going back towards the CRM or whatever, he officially proposes to Michonne. So that's a beautiful little moment and stuff, man. It was hurtful at the end of the episode because Father Gabriel really looked forward to these meetings and stuff, and it's gonna be something to him that's gonna hurt him as well. Like, he's like, I'm gonna see you next year, Jadis, and this year Jadis isn't coming. Like, he's waiting for, like, the day is passing and she not coming. Like, so it's another person in his life that's gonna be gone. Somebody that he cared for, and he lost a lot of people as well, man. So it was a good episode, man. Now we're about to see. They going back to the CRM next episode. They're gonna try to get the dossier. They're gonna try to figure out what they got planned and topple them for the city. Like, it's not everybody bad. Like, they got a whole city that's indebted to them or whatever is under the thumb of the CRM. So can they turn the city against the CRM and try to get their freedom? It's a hefty thing for one episode, but we're about to see what this episode entails of, how the series will end, or how the season will end, because I think it's probably going to come back or something like that, because it's going to be too much to wrap up in one episode. Unless even if it's like a 2-hour episode, it'll be hard to wrap up everything. But love this season so far. This has brought The Walking Dead all the way back, in my opinion. But anyways, man, like, comment, subscribe. Gonna be the greatest and most hated man. Holla at you, boy.